Howdy. You good, brother? You look a little bit rough around the edges. Come on in, come on, take a seat right there. You're good. Come on, enjoy the fire, come on. So, why the long face? A horse crash? Damn! Fucking hate horse crashes. They can be annoying, I tell you what. Did you at least have horse insurance? No? Oh my goodness gracious. You're setting yourself up for failure, I tell you what. I'll be damned if I were in your position. But that's alright. The sun sets, but the sun also rises. You remember that now? Did the other guy at least have horse insurance? No? Oh my God. In hindsight, you're cooked. I ain't gonna lie, you're a little bit baked. Cooked beyond repair. Maybe not yet, though. Let me tell you a little story about my horse, right? I got two horses. One's a noble stallion named Steve, and the other one's a four-door horse, per se. A Corolla, named Sasha. I love my Corolla. But I tell you what, a couple months ago I had an interesting incident that I thought was the end of me. Turned out to be nothing more than a funny story to tell. A good story to tell around the dining table with family while you're eating dinner. So, it was one night. Well, one day. Or night. I don't remember. It was day. I wasn't feeling too well that day, and I thought, well, I think it's about time to go get me some lunch. And what better place to get good lunch at than Raising Cane's, I tell you what. Raising Cane's to erase your pains. Anyways, well, now would you'd have thought, and I was like, let me go wash my horse, my four-door stallion. So I did. Pulled up to the nearest car wash that I love going to all the time, and it was nothing but a normal day besides the sickness. So I did what I do. Lined up my four-door horse, lined it up on the little rails, and entered on in with no doubts and no questions about it. And it was beautiful. That car wash. And my horse, too. Anyways, so I was going through the car wash, and turns out I had modified hooves. Hooves that were illegal in that car wash. And there was a reason for the illegality of it. Turns out the hoof stuck a little too far out, where it hit the guide rails. And a little piece of the hoof went boing and dug right into the side wall of that hoof. The big 17-inch hoof, you know? And it sucked. I was in denial at first, because in my brand new, well, not a brand new horse, she's an old one, but I'd installed a brand new alarm system for all the hooves. A live hoof sensor that I could get tire pressure readings from literal hooves. So I worked on that and I looked and boom, beep, 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 a big alarm went off. Bigger than Aunt Auntie's pretzels. I know, crazy. But hear me out. It was blaring an alarm that I could not get rid of. And I said, Maybe a little water got between the hoof and the skin. You know what I'm saying? My car wasn't saying nothing. So I thought nothing of it. Everything felt normal too. But then, not even a mere 5 seconds later, the rear left hoof started blaring an alarm too. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, 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 going on and on. And I was scared, petrified, terrified, in utter turmoil. But I was in denial because the car wasn't saying nothing. The horse wasn't neighing. It just toughed it out. So I thought, Water got in the hoof again, but no issue. Well, nevertheless, about 5 seconds later, then the horse started neighing. No, something's wrong. And I knew something was wrong. So I kept going to that car wash like I didn't have a choice. I had to go through it. And I tell you what, that car started guiding like a drunk horse. It went left and right, kept bouncing back and forth like me and my ex. From Texas, by the way. From Texas. And I tell you what, I girdled it on out of there. I took hold of that noble steed and I stored it right on to safety. I checked the damages and there was 2 bludgeoned holes in the hooves. Quarter-sized. No joke. Even scratched a little bit of the side of the hoof. Can you believe that? I couldn't either, but nevertheless my eyes never deceived me. And I saw what I saw. A flat hoof. 2 flat hooves. And I thought, I will be damned. Nevertheless, had to call for a horse tow truck, you know. They make those apparently where you can tow a horse on the back of a big truck. So I called one of them, about 150 buckaroons. 150 buckaroons, hot diggity dog. Could have bought like, I don't know. I could have bought something with it. Instead, I got to get my horse towed, but it was worth it, I tell you what. So we got on to Discount Hooves, and they offered me a good deal. I got a discount on some brand new hooves. 2 on the left side had to be fully replaced. Those poor hooves. Come to find out, on the right side the hooves were getting worn. Very worn. The tread on the hooves was going so low, it was lower than my credit score. Whoa. I know. It was crazy. But that's alright. I paid the price, total of nearly 900 buckaroons. My good grief. I paid a damn debt that day. And then later in that same day, I ended up going to the hospital. Because apparently a cowboy can have asthma. Who knew about that? I didn't know about that. Oxygen so low. It was lower than the hoof to the ground. I know. I nearly went away. I couldn't have even pointed to the west to watch the sunset. It wasn't enough time. But alas, I survived and I made it. Some of the worst nights that I ever experienced, and the worst days, the unluckiest days. But I tell you what, I look back and I laugh now. Look at that. How unlucky was I? But at the moment, it didn't seem like a laughing matter, but time heals. Gave it a couple of months. I look back and I find it funny. My own turmoil was used to give me gratitude for the ordinary days. Oftentimes we let a bad moment overshadow all the good that we've been through, So you've known a friend for 10 years, but one moment of anger can make you forget all the good memories you ever had with that person. Same thing with bad days. Bad days can make you forget all the good days you had. All the wonderful days, the great ones. Where maybe you're eating Raisin Cane's, you're playing a top golf, or maybe drinking a beer after a long, hard day of work. Those moments, they change us on the inside. Help us to make better decisions in the future, going forward. Without that, we'd all be the same. Ain't no mountains without valleys. Ain't no light without dark. They work together, but ultimately for our own good. I know. The horse crash that you went through, it doesn't seem like no laughing matter right now, especially with no horse insurance. Again, I'd be damned if I was in that position. But that's alright. You learned. You gotta get horse insurance. And I get it sucks. But I tell you what. Give it a couple of months, maybe even 3 months. And it'll be a laughing matter that you learned from. Look. That fire right there, I want you to just stare at it for a little while. Alright? Give it a gander. Because I tell you what, the world doesn't know when to stop stacking things on your mind. But the longer you look at that fire, the more the world seems to slow down. At least for me. I'll give you a moment to look at that fire, and I have a secret trigger for you. What are these? My bad. A keyboard. I know. Why do you have a keyboard in the damn desert? Shh. I'm the one asking questions here, partner. Just, take a gander and listen and enjoy the ambiance of the fire. And let time slow you down by looking at that fire. Nothing to worry about. Mighty fine keyboard, I tell you what. Look, I'm sorry you had a bad day. Ain't nothing fun to go through. But the next time you have a bad day, think about all the good days you had leading up to that bad day. How it balances out. Just don't forget that, alright? Don't forget how wonderful you are as well. How beautiful you are. How you are worth it. I tell you what, I gotta put out this here fire, get my dog to sleep, but I'm glad you stumbled upon my fire. It was nice chatting about the horse crash. I do hope that you get a new horse out of it. I'm sure you will. But besides that, get some good rest for tomorrow. Sleep tight and sleep well. You got a long day ahead of you, but with one long day comes many short days of good times. I tell you what, do not forget that. Anyways, gotta put out this here fire. Take care of yourself, alright? You be safe now. No more horse crashes. You better get horse insurance. Tell you what, have a good night.